Hi guys, so I'm going to read Fantastic Four number 23. So, the Master Plan of Doctor Doom. Another mighty milestone in the Marvel Age of comics. The fabulous Fantastic Four become victims of the Master Plan of Doctor Doom. Written by Stan Lee, illustrated by Jack Kirby, inked by George Bell, letter by S. Rosen. Let's not waste any time with a long introduction. We have a sensational tale for you, and it starts right now. Can't I step out of the room for a minute without something going wrong? Hey, hothead. Oh, wait, I read it wrong. Okay, I'm a dumbass. Hey, hothead. I thought you were keeping your pink little eyes on Doc Doom's time machine. Look what popped out out of the past while the circuit was open. A baby dinosaur! Don't just stand there, grab him! Can't I step out of the room for a minute without something going wrong? Keep your shirts on. I'll get him. Flame on! Okay. Don't make a federal case out of this stretch. I'll get him, if Junior doesn't mess things up. Mess things up? If not for me saving your hide all the time, we'd have become the Fantastic Three long ago. For the love of Pete, he's so slippery. He slithered right out of my tender loving embrace. Get him! How? I don't want to burn the poor brainless thing. He reminds me too much of you. Hey, he spilled the water from Sue's plant pot on me. Put out of action by a plant pot. I'll never live it down. If you two roughnecks are through wrecking the place, I'll trap him inside of an invisible force field. It's about time, Sue. Now let's see if I can feel the outer perimeter of your force field. Ah, here it is. Weaken the section my hand is near, so I can slip this ether tube under it. That's it. He's asleep now, but what are we going to do with him? We'll use Doom's captured time machine to send him back to the past, of course. Carry him to the departure platform. You keep barking orders like that, Napoleon, and I'll wrap him around your neck. Is that satisfactory, your Royal Highness? Ben, didn't everyone tell you you're funny as a crutch, and only half of it is decorative? There, the machine is starting to work already. The dinosaur is returning to the prehistoric age which he really belongs in. He's gone. Dr. Doom's machine works perfectly, even after we transferred it here to our lab for intensive study. It's too bad that my so-called partners don't work as well as Doom's machine. Can't you do anything right? You were supposed to watch the machine and shut the circuit if anything began to appear, but you were too busy with your childish bickering. In case it slipped your alleged minds, the work we do here means something. Someday the fate of mankind may rest on one of our experiments. Am I the only one who takes his job seriously around here? Listen, Skinny, I always thought you wore stuffed shirt, and now I'm sure of it. But I'm not taking that kind of talk from you. Start flapping your lips and get back to work, Ben. And all of you. Mister, that does it. I say it's time we elected ourselves a new leader. You've been working so hard your brains are rusty. Hey, listen when I talk to you. Ben's right, Reed. It's time for a change around here. I can't let my personal feelings for you affect a decision like this, Reed. I agree with the boys. But let us leave the Fantastic Four for a moment and visit a nearby courthouse, where the effects taking place will have a grave effect on the lives of our quarreling quartet. I sentenced you to 3 months and 15 days. Next case. Day after day, silent and unnoticed, a strange spectator watches the proceedings, with not a trace of expression on his impassive face. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth? He is not the one I seek. I must wait longer. I must be patient. Finally, the long vigil is awarded, and then, you say someone paid my bail. But who? I have no friends. Don't ask me. All I know is you can leave now, Yogi. Outside the jail, a black limousine pulls up and... Where are you taking me? Silence, no questions. Follow me, he is waiting. He? Oh, well, I suppose if someone is willing to pay my bail for me and set me free, I can at least meet him. Look, another one. How many of us crooks are you bailing out, Curly? Yeah, it's about time you told us what this is all about. You are about to learn the answer, but you will not learn it from me.
No, you shall not learn it from him, for his work is now finished, and so is he.
Look, he is only a robot. But someone must have been controlling him. But who? How?
Your questions shall be answered soon. But first it is time for me to introduce you to each other, for you all are a part of my master plan.
A voice from the vent above us.
Allow me to present Bull Brogan. Bull is arrested for beating up 6 husky longshoremen and joining his protection racket. What Bull lacks in brains, he more than makes up for in brawn.
Yeah, sure, that's right, I guess.
Next we have handsome Harry Phillips. Behind its movie star features is the cunning cold brain of a merciless conman.
If you say so, pal.
And finally we have Yogi Dakor. Yogi is featured in the circus as the fireproof man. Or he was so featured, before he was arrested for trying to steal the show's payroll.
Okay, so you know who we are. Now how about letting us get a squint at you, pal? Right, what's all the mystery?
The mystery will end now, for I am about to reveal myself.
Look who it is!
Why so surprised, fool? Only I would bail 3 criminals with special talents at the jail, so that they might serve me. You all are all handpicked for one special job, to help me destroy the Fantastic Four. With him gone, the world will soon bow to Dr. Doom.
At that moment, high atop the Baxter building, while Mr. Fantastic works in his lab, the other 3 members of the world's greatest super team are busily engaged in a different task. And okay, well, we each wrote the name of the one who we think should be the new boss of the FF. So let's see who's elected and why I was. I kind of feel rotten doing this without Reed, but I guess it's the only way. We must have been working too hard on Reed. He's been working day and night lately. It's enough to make anyone irritable and short-tempered. I got my acceptance speech already. And hey, what's going on? Look, each one of us voted for himself. We'll have to find a different way to select a leader. Yeah, I mean, the easy way is just to vote for, just don't vote for yourself and vote for any other person. It's pretty stupid, but anyway. Nuts, this election is for the birds. I say I'm the strongest, so I should be the top dog. Personally, I think it's time we tried a female. Look, laughing boy, the only place you're strong is between the ears. If anybody's going to lead this combo, you're looking right at him. Sit down, Junior. You talk too much. As far as I'm concerned, this election is over, and I accept the job with my usual heartwarming modesty. Get your clammy meat hooks off me. You couldn't lead a lollipop brigade. Flame on! Phooey! If you didn't have that flame of yours to hide behind, you'd have nothing. Yeah, I think Invisible Woman would be the best leader out of the 3 of them. Because, I think she would be the best. But the Thing and Human Torch fight too much. And Human Torch is Invisible Woman's younger brother. So he would listen to her. Thing would probably listen. Well, in this, for some reason, they don't listen to her. But, I think with their characters, they probably would. If they weren't fighting. But what's your excuse? You're nothing anyway. Johnny, Ben, stop it. How can you lead the FF when you can't control your own tempers? It'll be over in a minute, sis. Benjamin is the brains of a flea, so I'll swat him like one, with a cold-flamed fly swatter. Missed. Now tell me one thing before I get my mitts on you. What's your favorite hospital? I want you to feel right at home. Yeah, chew on these lukewarm flame pellets first. If you're not out of here in 10 seconds, I'll really make things hot for you. Sonny, you just made a heart-rending mistake. You made me mad. It ain't easy to do a mild, gentle, easy-going doll like me, but you did it. Remember when Rubberhead had this rug made out of asbestos so you wouldn't be able to burn it up every time you had a temper tantrum?
Yelp! I hope your passport's in order, shorty, because when I finish kidding around, I may decide to toss you to the moon. Keep talking, you big ape. I'm storing my heat energy for a treat for you in about 1 second.
No sooner does the torch stop speaking than a mild heat explosion takes place, similar to a tea kettle having the lid blown off by steam pressure within.
I'm glad you did that, small fry. Now I can clobber you a little longer.
Now you've both gone too far. What when Reed sees what happens to the rogue?
Who cares about Reed? We're fighting to see who will replace him, remember? You call this a fight? Heck, I thought you were learning how to waltz.
You'll know you being in a fight when I get through. Hey, what happened?
I warned both of you to stop.
Perhaps my wall of invisible force will slow you down for a while.
Just like a dame. Always putting the caboose on things when the fun just started.
And at that moment, a tall, lean, mocking figure steps out of his lab.
Well, look at the 3 would-be leaders of the FF. You can't even keep order among yourselves. All right, boys, the party's over. I didn't spend a fortune furnishing this place to have you 2 clowns wreck it for me. Reed's right, Big Ben. We both let our tempers get the best of us. Speak for yourself, kiddo. Everyone knows I'd never lose my temper. Now hear this, all of you. If you think I like being the leader of a group of temperamental prima donnas, you're crazy, but someone's got to do it, and I'm the only one who can stand you. Sue, honey, I don't mean you. I know you were hurt when I spoke harshly to you before, and I'm sorry. It's just I have a lot on my mind lately. As far as we know, Dr. Doom is still at large, and he'll never rest until he's destroyed us. I've been trying to trace him, strike first, while you've only thought about yourselves. Now take these and clean this place up. If anyone wants to quit, you know where the door is.
Meanwhile, at the hidden lab of Dr. Doom.
Do not be alarmed. This apparatus is a special device I have created, which increases your special powers 12-fold. At this moment, none of you are a match for any of the Fantastic Four. But once you have been subjected to the effects of my XC-12 device, this story will be different. There, it is over. I have adapted each XC-12 device to affect you differently, to increase just 1 special power in each of you. I increased your hearing power, handsome Harry, so that you will hear the invisible girl no matter where she might hide. Quick, shoot at the sound behind you. Good. You can even hear the feather falling. As for you, Bullbrogan, your muscle power has been multiplied 12 times, but your strength still does not match the things. You should be able to help carry out my master plan. Instead of merely a resistance to flame, Yogi Dakor, you are now almost completely fireproof, as the Human Torch shall soon learn, to his intense sorrow. Remember, if not for me, you would all be languishing in jail. So do your work well, and I will promise you the protection of Dr. Doom, so long as you are loyal. Now we will discuss the means whereby you 3 defeat the Human Torch, the Thing, and the Invisible Girl, while I save Mr. Fantastic for myself.
The very next day. Read all about it. Human Torch to receive $1 million car from visiting Maharaja Extra. Daily Bulletin. Human Torch to get Marvel car. Wealthy Maharajan to get superhero with fabulous mechanical wonder. Stanley should put Daily Bugle instead of, or Daily Globe. Well, the Daily Globe wasn't really established at this point. What it had been mentioned in another comic, but it hadn't been really established. But they should have put Daily Bugle. Wow, I'd like to get a look at that car myself. But why is he giving it to the Torch, and who is he anyway? But when Johnny Storm reads the news, he reacts in a typical youthful fashion. He doesn't question the reasons. All he wants to do is, I can't wait to get my hands on that cream puff. Only car of its kind in the world, and the Torch has but to claim it. I won't tell Ben. He might come along and scare the Maharaja away. Anyway, he's busy with his own pet peeve right now. Another letter from the Yancey Street gang. They want to know where I buy my ugly pills. Boy, if I ever get my hands on them. And if I tell Sue, she'll probably lecture me about not driving too fast and saying thank you to the Maharaja and all that jazz. Sorry about that. So anyway, she's all wrapped up in testing her invisibility control. So why should I disturb her? And old Reed would shoot me if I disturbed him during an experiment to tell him about a car. And so a short time later, the Maharaja hopes you will be pleased with his gift, Sahab Torch. Pleased, brother. It's the living end. It makes the Fantastic car look like a dog sled. Keep the crowds back, Charlie. The TV boys need room to shoot this for tonight's newscast. I bet the Human Torch once saved the Maharaja's life, but they kept it secret, and now he's being rewarded for it. Yeah, it must be something like that. Would you like to drive this vehicle to the Yeah, I know I'm mispronouncing it, so I'm very sorry. Maharaja. Yeah, I'm just going to say Maharaja's hotel suite, so that you may thank him personally. You know it, pal, but you better give me a rundown on how this baby works. It is simplicity itself. These control buttons electronically determine the desired speed. Say, this must have been designed by a genius. Who dreamed this up anyway? As you say, Sahib, he is a genius. He is the most brilliant scientific brain in the world. The second most brilliant. Mr. Fantastic has the top spot all to himself. Bah, my master is far superior to your Mr. Fantastic, as you shall soon see. Wait a minute, fella. What do you mean, as I shall soon see? My meaning, you arrogant puppy, is that the little game is ended. You are my prisoner. Sure, that'll be the day. Hey, how'd the door get locked? You must be kidding. Do you think you can keep the Human Torch a prisoner by locking me in a car? I can burn my way out as easy as pie, much as I hate to ruin this cool roof. I'll show you what I mean. Hey, what gives? It doesn't burn. Naturally, the entire vehicle is lined with a thin, double-strength coating of asbestos. Look, Gunga Din, I don't know what you're up to, but it won't work. I'll make it so hot for you in here that you'll knock yourself out to set me free. You're welcome to try, my fiery young friend. I sure will. I'll just keep making my flame hotter and hotter till you yell uncle. Well, what are you waiting for? Say, I hope I didn't make it too hot. Maybe he's knocked out. I better check. Lowering the intensity of his flame, the torch then sees. I don't get it. The heat didn't even bother you. Who are you, anyway? A humble servant of my mighty master. And now, young fool, it is time you went to sleep. Pressing the small button on the car's dashboard, Yogi Decor instantly fills the interior with a powerful nerve gas. It went exactly as planned, but I should have known it would. There are none more brilliant than Dr. Doom. Meanwhile, we find the thing storming through the streets in a fit of rage, so angry that he hasn't even bothered to don his usual hat, coat, and sunglasses. This is the last straw. I'll take Yancey Street apart brick by brick until I find those rat finks. Looks like that poor little kid has his hand caught in that window grating. Have no fear, kiddo, the thing is here. Don't bother to thank me, I'm in a big hurry. Thank you. I wish I was big enough to whap you one. If anyone on this street sees that I let you help me, my name's Mud around here. Just my luck. You're too big to spank, and too small to clobber. All right, you low-down, letter-writing, lily-livered cowards. This is your pen pal, the Thing, talking. I've given the Yancey Street gang 10 seconds to show their ugly faces before I really get mad. I knew that letter would bring you here. I've been waiting to welcome you. Yippee, this is my lucky day. You're big enough not to fall apart when I land a haymaker on you.
Just stand still for a minute. I want to remember you as you are. I always figured you creeps lived under the gutter somewhere. Here, I'll toss you up so you can see what fresh air is like before I demolish you. Enjoy it while you can, frog face. You'll soon get yours. Thanks for the ride, Nature Boy. No, don't go away. I wouldn't think of it. You should have thought of it. Didn't think I was strong enough to do this, did you? Mercy me, I'm overwhelmed. Now stand back, strong man, so I can tremble in peace. Okay, Big Mouth. The fun's over. Better call the rest of your gang. You're gonna need 'em. You bird brain, I'm not a member of the Yancey Street gang. My gang is far more dangerous. And now one blast from this cosmic beam gun shall end this fight here and now. Cosmic beam gun? I became the Thing when cosmic rays hit me. That beam will turn me back to Ben Grimm. But who could have invented it? Except the effects of that beam will only last for a few minutes, but it'll be long enough for me to polish you off. After getting the XC-12 treatment, I'm strong enough to handle a dozen Ben Grimms. See what I mean? Ugh. And from a hidden vantage point, Dr. Doom follows the sequence of events with sinister satisfaction.
Well done, Brogan. Now as soon as Harry Phillips attends to the invisible girl, I'll personally shall hand Mr. Fantastic his most crushing defeat.
And what of Sue Storm and Reed Richards? Let's return to the Fantastic Four headquarters, where Mr. Fantastic silently approaches the unsuspecting girl as she practices her invisible force control. I'm really getting good at it. Oh, Reed, what are you doing? Just testing your reflexes, Sue. Pretending I'm an enemy who's stolen up upon you from behind. How would you cope with me? Quickly, now. This isn't fair, Reed. No enemy could be as formidable as you. You're just showing off. Yeah, I think he actually is. I don't know, but I think you're wrong, dear. Have you forgotten Dr. Doom? He's capable of anything. You must be always on your guard. Well then, if I must prove my ability all the time, I'll loosen your hold with a sudden invisible force blast like this. And I'll thank you not to call me dear, Mr. Richards. I'm still angry with you. Just like a woman. Everything I do is for your own good, but you're too scatterbrained and emotional to realize it. Well, all right. I can play it your way, too, Miss Storm. Oh, go polish a test tube or something. That man. I know he's right, and that's why I'm angry. If only he understood females better. I don't know why they don't say wait, like they keep on saying females. I don't understand. But that seems like a I don't know. Like I've never heard like people just like a woman just being casually called a female. Like I don't know back then if they did that. Like that sounds like a more like scientific thing, like male and female. That might be just calling a guy a male. Like it's like I don't know how to describe it. Like it's like you hear that like describe a person as like a female or a male like in a police report or something like that. Like a police car saying that like a male or a female suspect. Like that's like scientific. Like you wouldn't actually say that in like regular speech, but I find these like old comics for some reason keep on saying females, not like women, which is really weird. Just language. I don't know. Maybe that is what they said back then. What the pronouns or whatever back then. But later, after Sue has returned home, there was a knock on her door from a man who does understand females better. Unfortunately for Sue, this should be a cinch for handsome Harry Phillips. Miss Storm, you don't know me, but I've been an admirer of yours for a long time. Flowers for me? Oh, how sweet of you, but I really can't accept them. How handsome he is, wouldn't Reed be jealous? I'm afraid it's too late to refuse them now. In fact, and so much as you already smelled them, it's too late for anything. What are you talking about? I don't understand. I'll be happy to explain, beautiful. The flowers contained a special secret ingredient. One whiff and you go to sleepy byland. Lucky Reed warned me to be on guard. I held my breath while holding
the flowers, just in case. I see you're not as easy to trick as I expected. Well, no matter, gorgeous. You can't escape this ether gun. I must turn invisible, stay out of his way, until I learn what this is all about. Being invisible won't help you. I can hear your heartbeat, no matter where you are. He means it. Wherever I run, he turns in that direction. Haven't time to stop and concentrate my invisible force shield. Nice try, baby, but this wraps it up. That special ether mist will cling to your nostrils until you stop holding your breath. Can't fight it any longer. Can feel the ether taking effect. Oh, Reed, where are you? But Reed Richards will shortly be fighting for his own life against the deadly master plan of Dr. Doom.
Ha! Now that the lonely pawns are out of the way, I shall match wits and strength once again with the only foe who is truly my equal. And after I have bested him, the world will be mine.
And so the final phase of Dr. Doom's master plan begins, with the dramatic flare signal illuminating the twilight sky. It's the thing! Something must be wrong, and it must be critical for him to use the flare signal. What has it been? Speak up, man!
Down here, Reed.
Hurry! Stop! What are you doing? Have you lost your mind, Ben? I'm being forced between two plexiglass containers. But why, Ben? Why?
I knew the sight of your lumbering partner would make you lose your natural caution, Reed Richards.
Dr. Doom, I might have guessed. But how did you get the thing to become an accomplice? And, oof!
Save your breath, Richards. Once this escape-proof container is sealed, your voice comes out as an unintelligible murmur. However, you don't have to hear me to understand what I am showing you. Too bad you forgot in your eagerness to help the thing that I'm a master robot designer, but the one oversight will cost you your very life.
Long afterwards, a heavily shrouded truck rumbles into a large private warehouse on a dreary New York side street.
You won't be too lonely, Richards. There are friends waiting for you inside. Look at you, the once mighty Fantastic Four, now helpless prisoners of Dr. Doom.
Don't you ever go to the movies, cornball? Every time a villain talks like that, the hero clobbers him in the next scene. Some heroes we are, Ben. You can't pull that thing out of the wall because it's electrified, and I can't burn through this asbestos cord.
Now that my robot has done his job, I no longer need him. One grotesque thing to look at is one too many. We need more. By simply touching a button on its electronic control panel, I reduced the robot to nothingness. It was given before my genius gave it form. And now it is time for give my other assistants their reward, in the typical Dr. Doom manner. Each box contains $5,000. You have earned the money by your loyalty to me. You are most generous, Sahib. More generous than you think. Each box is a priceless dimensional transport machine, capable of taking you to another dimension when opened, and there you will remain until your master has need for you again.
Meanwhile, Sue's starting to wake up. The poor kid. She's in for a shock when she sees what happened to us. Ben, maybe she can help us with her new invisible force power. Doom doesn't know she has it. Hey, Sue. Sue, listen. What? Later, after Johnny's explained. That's it, Ben. Pull. My force shield will stop the current from electrocuting you.
What do you know? It worked.
But if only I didn't always feel so weak after using my invisible force field. Hey, String Bean. Next time you try to convince us how useless we are without you, try to remember who got you out of this little glass fishbowl. But at that moment, Dr. Doom returns, and
I prepared myself for just an occurrence, as you see.
Woof! Some crummy way to treat a guest.
That will keep the rampaging thing occupied long enough for me to attend to the rest of you. As for you, young lady, another bigger dose of the sleeping gas will take care of you.
perhaps permanently. I'm still too weak to use my force field. What can we do? But suddenly, you've had it, Doom. Now it's our turn. Don't just stand there, Sue. Help Johnny and Ben. I'm taking over now. Yes, sir, boss man. One side, Blondie. When I need help, I'll ask for it. And I ain't asking. Hurry, Ben. Once you're free, we gotta unshackle Johnny. That's nice. Thought everyone forgot about the glamour boy of the group. Sonny, you're as glamorous as a soggy cornflake, and aren't half as strong. Easy, Ben. Don't hurt him. Sue, I wouldn't hurt one teensy-weensy part of him. Here, look how nice and easy I take these tin bracelets off of him. Oh, heavens to Betsy, clumsy old me squeezed them too hard. I hope noise didn't hurt Johnny's tender little ears. Crunch. Torch, come quick. Can't hold Doom much longer. Hurry. He's got a refrigerating unit of some sort built into his metal gloves. He's freezing my hand. Wow, he's made a frozen cocoon out of Reed's hand and wiggled out of it.
And now you get the same treatment, you blazing brat. All I need you to do is touch this rope to freeze it. And then, once it touches you, it will be good riddance to the torch.
Yeah, what makes you think it's gonna touch him, bub? Thanks, pard. I'll thaw Reed out. Read out. How's this, big buddy? Just a touch of gentle, diffused heat. Kind of like getting a sun lamp treatment at the barber shop, huh? Johnny, you're just what the doctor ordered. Some leader I'm turning out to be, if not for you three. Skip it, Reed. For where I sit, we all need each other. Reed, darling, I was so worried. Listen, what's that? That is the war cry of bashful Benjamin Grimm, sort of a cross between a nuclear explosion and the bellow of a lonely whale.
Yeah! Smile, playmate. It's clobbering time.
Hey, I missed. But how? It ain't possible.
Don't you forget about my jet-flying build, you brainless clod. I can hover safely out of reach, but hit you as the mood strikes me.
How? This is nutty. How can one guy put up such a fight? Because that one guy happens to be Dr. Doom, who claims he's smarter and more powerful than Reed himself.
Ha! My flying belt is helping me to make you fools of you all.
Boy, that character thinks of everything. He's even had a hole in the wall prepared for his escape if he needed one. But Dr. Doom is interested in far more than mere escape. In fact, the world's greatest super combo is now about to face one of the most unusual menaces you've ever seen.
So far, so good. And now, it's a fantastic to not suspect that I bought this warehouse because my research. I discovered it is in the path of a solar wave, which sweeps the Earth every 24 hours.
Reed, look, the floor is dissolving, and you can see outer space outside. What's happening? I should have guessed. Doom put us directly in the path of a solar wave. He must have known that it is about to pass this way. What in blue blazes is a solar wave? I first learned of the waves years ago, when an abandoned weather station was caught in the path of one. As the solar wave noiselessly brushed past the station, it was attracted by some ionic dust particles, which had drifted down from the atmosphere. Within seconds, the entire roof was gone, transferred to outer space, in some strange way, and now Doom must have coated this room with the same ionic dust powder. It's still Greek to me, but we gotta get out of here. My invisible force field is getting stronger. I'm going to try something. I know Doom is on the other side of the wall. I'm going to send my invisible energy beam right through, like this. There, now he's trapped along with us. If we die, so does he. What do we do now? Space is closing in on us. There's no weak spot in the wall. I mentally sounded every inch. It's coming closer. Doom, not much time left. Remember, if we go, you do too.
Move aside. I got to find the wires which cause this ionic dust to settle in this room. I don't want to die with you. The world must not lose a magnificent brain like mine.
You say you want to come in and look for some wires? Here, pal, I'll help you in. Ben, forget Doom. It's too late for him to do anything. The room is dissolving too fast. Yeah, well, if anyone's getting cast into space, Doc Doom is volunteering for the first, aren't you, Doc?
Keep away. Stay back, you brainless gargoyle. No, no! Help!
We've one slight chance. The solar waves might only be attracted to this room. Ionic dust is expensive. Doom couldn't have used much of it. Quick, put Soothe through the wall, and then follow us fast. Look, there's only a few inches of room left, and another few seconds. Bluey! There's no time to admire the scenery, Ben. Move! You know, I always get sloppy sentimental when someone saves my life. You can say his leader, the FF, buddy. I don't mind. Thanks, Ben. Your enthusiasm is a joy to behold. Later, as the solar wave has passed. Look, the room is gone. Nothing but some girders are left. Well, we won't have to worry about getting a new leader for a while. Looks like you'll do right fine, big fella. If you ask me, we should have elected Doom. Don't shed too many tears for old Doc Doom. Stan and Jack are already trying to figure a way to bring him back. But till they do, it's letters page. Well, we're not going to read the letters page, but anyway, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.